Second Cup, brought to you by the Nickel Plate. Sit, sip, savor, and shop.
Hey everyone, good morning to you. It's 8 o'clock on the start of your Friday morning. Glad you're with us for Second Cup. Listen, it is the end of the longest work week. Let's put it out there, right? Has it been the longest week for you?
It's been the longest month for me, yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so we're here. Katie is off, enjoying some well-deserved time off, as always. Eric Johns is here. He is the master sculptor. You might have seen him on the NFL broadcast this past Sunday when the Bills were playing the Titans. And Eric, you were carving some really beautiful pumpkins. What were you doing on there?
Yeah, I was carving actually a 3D sculpture of James Cook during the halftime show, and it was actually set up for the pregame. So that's still alive down in Wellsville, New York. You can take a look at it.
That's so cool. And we just saw you with some students actually creating a sand sculpture as well.
Yeah, do sand, snow, pumpkins all over the place.
Okay, so you can actually catch Eric on the Food Network. You're involved in a Halloween program right now. Tell us all about that.
Yeah, so Food Network's hit show Halloween Wars, Sunday nights. I'm on that program. It's my third season on there. So,
wow.
Yeah.
What is that experience like for you as a Western New Yorker hitting it big?
It's like a 2-week-long roller coaster when you're filming that. It's fantastic. I love it. Nothing greater than carving pumpkins on national TV.
It's super cool. I mean, you're putting Western New York, Buffalo in the spotlight. Where are you actually from?
Western New York. Yeah, I'm right here. Actually down in the south near Cuba, New York.
Okay, so Allegheny County.
Yeah, exactly.
Love that. And how did you get into pumpkin carving? If there's like one thing that you can point to in your life.
Yeah, the first one I ever did that got real recognition, I did a carving of Al Roker. And that made it on television. And then from there, I got into the Food Network and then won a championship, season 3 of Outrageous Pumpkins on Food Network. So ever since then, it's just been all pumpkins in the fall.
And so what are you actually working on right now on the show? Can you tell us?
I can't say right now. The NDA doesn't allow that,
right.
But you have to tune in Sunday nights and see.
On the Food Network.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you brought really one of the most beautiful pumpkins that I could ever imagine.
It's a self-portrait, actually. This
kind of looks like Katie.
This is how I feel about late October. So yeah.
I get it. I mean, you were working really hard. This is not something that is easy to do by any means.
No, this is not a traditional jack-o'-lantern. So most of the pumpkins I carve, I don't cut through, no knives, no guts. It's a 3D sculpture of the outside with no illumination.
Wow.
That's typically what I do.
How do you make this come to life? I mean, like there are obviously so many tools, but I go to the grocery store, I go to Wegmans or Tops, and I'm going and I'm buying like that crappy plastic shovel and I'm digging all around. Like this is not like that.
Yeah, these types of tools are designed for this, and they're actually made by other pro pumpkin carvers.
Wow.
So you can't really get them easily. You have to do some research to find them.
Okay, so Caitlin says I don't have the patience to do that, but Caitlin, guess what? We're going to go through some tips to figure out how to actually get this done. Eric, you're going to show us how to carve some pumpkins. We brought them in here thanks to Fleckenstein Farms. They go to the farmers market every Saturday on Bidwell and Elmwood. Check them out. They're really great farmers. So what do we need to know when we're starting to get ready for?
So your first step is going to be remove the skin in an area big enough to sculpt the face. So I'll do mine really quick. We'll see if you can do this quite as easily as me. I'll give you the tool in just a minute. Okay. We're just making an area big enough to sculpt a face. We're making a mess, of course.
I love it. Make a mess.
That's all part of the experience. And I'll let you do this on yours. So we're looking for an area like that so we can sculpt the face.
All right. So which side do I use? Just like a vegetable
just like
grater?
that. Yeah, just like that. It's a beat up grater.
I'm so excited to make a mess in this studio. I've been waiting to do this for a year.
It's easy to do.
Okay. So just kind of.
Exactly. Yeah, you're doing it.
Okay, wait.
This is the fun part. This is the fun part.
The fun part is trying to figure out who's going to clean this place up after.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh, that was good. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
All right.
My husband is Italian, so I carve a lot of vegetables.
That's just a giant vegetable peeler.
Exactly. So. Okay, so
that's probably big enough. You're probably good there. Okay.
Cool.
So the next thing you're going to do is we're going to do something a little simpler than this. Nothing quite that elaborate.
Okay.
We got to start out with some eyebrows. I always start with the eyebrows in the eye area. So you're going to want to take this tool. This left hand is a little tougher for me, but I'm right-handed. But we're just going to start out by taking a big chunk out like this, and then the area underneath it.
A big chunk?
Yeah, just like that.
So just take eyebrows.
So if you hold the tool straight in like this, and then pull sideways, it'll
Eric,
come out a little easier.
There is nothing straight about me. Okay, is that good? Like this? Okay, so just keep.
Yeah, there you go, and then just even that area out.
Okay.
And then do the same thing on the other side.
Oh, okay. I'm here for it.
See, we're basically here. Try this tool. This one's a little easier. So you're basically coming in like this, and then pulling that out and making a flat spot. We're going to sculpt an eye in there. So go ahead and try that on that side.
Thank you. These look like, otherwise they look
straight
like drag queen eyebrows. Eric had no idea what he was getting into when he came on to the
This is good. This is fun. This is fun. Well, you're already, look at this. You're already into the spongy stuff.
Oh, is that good or bad?
I've never once taught a class where everybody stayed on the outside of the pumpkin. So we'll see how this goes.
Noobs, right?
Yes. So when you stick it in there, come back, bring your hand back like this and come across this way instead of that way.
Okay, so you want to go straight in.
Yeah, let the blade do the work.
Now I understand. I need to stop making jokes.
No, you're right. You're right. You're getting it. You're getting it.
Okay.
That's good enough. Yours looks a little haggled, but we can turn it into a pirate if it doesn't come out.
Fair enough. I love that for us.
So now you're going to take this tool. This has been on all my television shows, so be gentle with it.
Okay.
And we're going to make 2 circles below these eyebrows. And so part of the eye is hidden. Watch this. You're going to make 2 circles like that.
Okay, like a semicircle.
Like a semicircle. So part of the eye is hidden behind this eyebrow. And they don't have to be symmetrical. This is Halloween. I always make these things a little bit
How far
wacky
in
looking.
do you go?
You've probably, with a pumpkin this size, you probably got about an inch. So you're good. Okay. You want to come all the way up here.
Oh, you want to go all the way up.
Right. So it looks like part of that eye is hiding behind the eyebrow.
Oh,
like that.
Okay.
Just like that.
So just go in all the way up here and pull down.
It's not as easy as it looks.
No, this is actually really difficult. And, I've been working out, Eric. So,
Well, that helps. That helps. Having some hand strength certainly helps. Yeah. So now what you want to do is you want to make, so these are a little bit hockey puckish. We want to make them look a little more rounded. So what I do is I go in and I pull the edges of that off so the eyeball is more rounded, more of a sphere rather than a hockey puck circle.
So which tool would I use for that? This?
Right here.
Oh, awesome. Linda says it's already looking like me. Linda, I already made that joke about Katie, Linda.
So you end up with a couple of eyes like that, kind of a sphere, or at least the hint of a sphere.
So we want to make it look a little bit more rounded, right?
Yeah, see, you're getting it. Look at that. You're crushing it.
Oh, well, thank you. Normally it's beers that we're crushing on Friday.
Now you're kind of taking the pirate approach. But what we're gonna do with yours?
Get all this out?
Well, you kind of have to with yours. So this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do a punch through here. So we improvise. So now we've got that jack-o'-lantern looking off to the side to you like that.
Okay.
Mine's a little better than yours, so I'm gonna continue the traditional way and make some eyes kind of hiding up here where the eyebrows are like this. And then just to match you, I'll do a punch out too. Okay. I don't want you to feel bad.
Well,
so
you know what, Eric, you're the pro here, so I'm going to trust whatever you say.
So we'll go like that. See? So there's our eyes, and this is a very, very basic. Obviously, this one take a lot longer. So now we're going to go back to that big tool. I think I have. Let's see. I'll use this one. Okay. Now we're going to do a mouth. So we got to start with a dimple. Everybody loves a good dimple.
Yeah.
So we got to make kind of a parentheses like this.
This tool here is what you're telling me? Or
yeah.
This one?
Well, I'd use the big one. I'd use the big one if I were you. Make a parentheses here and then like a parentheses here, kind of facing each other. And then you want to dig some of that material out on the inside of it.
Okay, hold on. Help me help you here for a second. I'm going to use this one. No, I don't want to use this one. I want to use this one.
Yeah, if you hold it, let me help you real quick.
Yeah.
You hold it with the pointed end in.
Ah, that's the secret.
Like that, and then do the same thing over here. And then remove that material. So now you've got a dimple, and it also tightens up that bite radius on the mouth.
Oh, okay. Wow. It really does already look scary. Wow, this is so cool.
Let me do mine, and then we'll catch up. The mouth's the easy part. This is the easy part coming up here. So we got this tight bite radius here with the 2 dimples.
Yeah.
Now you're going to go back to the small tool, which is this.
Okay.
I'm sorry. All the tools are mixed up. Use this one. Use this one. See that? Yeah. See that? The pointed end of that one?
Yeah.
Just draw a couple of lines anywhere you want that connect the dimples.
Okay.
Then another line below it that connects the dimples again, like that.
Wow, this one looks...
You got it. And then carry it all the way into the dimple, right back to the line.
All the way in. Okay.
Yeah.
Here for it. Katie is going to be so mad that she missed out on this, Eric. She loves Halloween and she loves fall.
I do too. This is fantastic.
There is one thing that Katie is really good at, and it's drawing a parrot.
Parrot?
Yeah. Katie is notorious for drawing parrots on everything.
Is that right?
Yeah. It's like super simple to draw apparently, but when you like put a pumpkin in front of her, there's no stopping her. But
So what you got to do before we sculpt teeth in here is the lips are on the outside, okay? The teeth are behind the lips. So we got to remove some of this material. So if you take this and dig in here and just push down like that and remove this, now you've got the lips appear to be on the outside, top lip, bottom lip. And then in here you sculpt the teeth.
Okay.
And then you go back to the point like this and take out the material between the teeth, just like that.
Wow. Okay, let's do that.
Depending on where he's from, the teeth will be different.
Okay, so if he was from Allegheny
County. Hey, I love Allegheny County. We don't have all our teeth, but we have all our wits. We have all our wits.
No, we love Allegheny County. Wow, this is so fascinating. So how long does it typically take you to carve a pumpkin, Eric?
So if I'm doing something like this, maybe an hour, hour and a half.
Wow.
Just depending. If I'm in a hurry, if I'm on television, obviously it's even less. You have to work very quickly. But if I'm taking my time, sometimes 1 or 2 hours I can carve.
Howard says, what about Ransom, Kentucky? I love that. Is that like Ransomville in Niagara County? Joyce says, Eric lives very close to my hometown, which is Cuba. He's from West Clarksville.
Yeah, little tiny town, West Clarksville. I love it.
Cool. Okay, so I carved some teeth in here. I don't know that they're really good.
That's perfect. I would knock one of those out just so so you look a little better next to it.
My big teeth.
I always make one tooth a little bigger than the others. It just makes me feel better about myself.
Seriously, I mean, I had braces when I was growing up, but
I clearly didn't, which is why I take it out on my pumpkins.
Thank you, Mom, for doing that for me. That's for sure. She's probably watching here. Edward, enough.
See, look at that. Yours is as good as mine.
Wow.
See, you did
my
it.
Gosh, look at that. Okay, so I understand what you're saying.
See what I'm doing now?
Yeah. Okay, let me get in here and. God.
Oh, good. You took one out. Good for you. Looks like one of the Sabres players now. That's
oh my gosh. What's the guy's name who had the chin? Do you know who I'm talking about? Yeah. Was it? Yeah. And then who has? Like Ryan Miller, have you ever seen him?
Oh yeah,
he's got some busted teeth.
Oh yeah, that's the trademark. It's like a wrestler with a broken nose and a cauliflower ear.
That's how you know that
hockey player with no teeth, right?
Exactly.
It's not cool unless you play hockey. Then it's awesome. The only other thing I do with the nose, basically, if I'm making a basic pumpkin, is I like to do kind of a skeleton nose. So if you take this, you just take out 2 chunks like that.
Go for it.
Like this, and like this. Now you got like a little skeleton nostril there.
Wow.
And we got ourselves a basic, very, very basic 3D carved pumpkin. Anybody can do that.
Eric, you the way you use tools here, though, you're really like smooth with it. What's the best tip for kind of making that project come to life, but in a smooth way?
Yeah, the difference is practice. You get used to letting the tool do the work. So the way these tools are designed, they're thick here, very thin here. So once you dig in, I'm going to ruin Charlie here, but once you dig in like this, if you just slide across, the material comes out pretty easily.
Okay, so I can just kind of like make some eyebrows or something up here.
Yeah, exactly. Just push in and now go straight across like that. Yeah, exactly.
Am I too deep? Is that the problem?
Oh, you're good. That's good. Just takes a little practice. This one's a little easier. This one's a little easier to use. It's got a sharper edge. There you go. Now go straight across. See, just like that.
Yeah, I like that.
So it's just a matter of getting used to the tools, but having the vision is where you got to start with, and that takes some artistic talent.
This
obviously.
is so cool.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, I mean,
no guts on our hands.
No. Now, do you ever carve the pumpkin? Like it's like the top of the pumpkin. Do you ever carve that out though to light it up?
I will occasionally illuminate from the inside depending on what I'm doing, but I never take the top of the pumpkin off because I just think that the stem and everything is all part of it. When I do hollow it out, I cut out the back.
Okay.
I put a hole in the back and carve it out, and then I glue it back on.
Really?
Yeah. That way, when you put a light on the inside, the light's not escaping out any holes, and I glue that on so it just reflects nicely right back at the face.
Can we try on the other side now? I want to try and do it again.
Yeah, you want to try another one, huh?
Yeah, let's do it. We got all the time in the world.
Oh, this is great. Okay, I'm going to put you to the test this time. Now we're going to do an angry scowl.
Okay, hold on a second. Paul is wondering, where would a novice acquire these tools?
EricJonesStudios.com. Perfect plug for my website.
Yeah.
I can send you a set of tools.
Okay.
Absolutely.
How much do they typically cost?
$9,000 from where we're. No, I'm only kidding.
Yeah.
They're about $40 for a set of tools. They're basic.
That's
basic.
not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad.
And they're going to last too, compared to like what you're buying.
Yeah. These, I mean, they're not going to be as good as my custom tools, but they're basically modified pottery tools that are hook and loop. Oh. And then you can do these things with them, but you just have to hand them a little more gingerly than I do my tools.
Interesting. Okay, so
skin it again.
Yeah, got a lot of skin in the game here.
Yes, making a bigger mess. This is great. Let's try to shred this entire pumpkin and just.
Is it easier to use pumpkins like this?
The taller the pumpkin, the better. The bigger the pumpkin, the better. I love using Atlantic Giants, and I'm actually heading to California on Sunday to carve the biggest pumpkin in the world.
Yeah, tell us all about that.
Yeah, so last year I broke the Guinness World Record with the largest jack-o'-lantern ever carved, 2,749 pounds.
Wow.
And the same grower grew the largest in the world this year, which is 2,471. So
holy cow! And that's what you're carving.
Yeah, I'm going out to Malibu to carve that for a few days. What a great way to spend the Halloween season.
No kidding.
Carving a pumpkin on the beach.
How did you get so lucky? Like, you just got picked up or what?
Well, yeah, you do. Once you do some television shows and you get good at marketing yourself,
is that what it is?
Then people notice you, and you can make these connections.
How do I get that?
Keep doing this. You're doing fine. Yours
funny.
came out better than half my students, so I'm impressed.
Well, okay.
Although they're all middle schoolers, but that's okay.
Eric, Lori is wondering, do you teach classes?
Yes, I taught classes. Actually, I'm done with the classes for now this year.
Okay.
I did several classes in the Southern Tier and at Pumpkinville. I was on earlier this year talking about that. So lots of pumpkin carving classes. Stay tuned next year. We'll be doing that. I'm going to be doing some snow classes too when snow season comes up. Let me borrow that. I'll go a little faster than you, but that's,
I'm just trying to be like nice and ginger here.
I get it.
Because I don't know that I'm as good as you are. In fact, I know I'm not. But I want to make sure that I've got like a nice flat surface.
Yeah, we got tools all over the place.
Yeah,
Where'd that large tool go?
Right
you got it. Okay, you can use that one, and I'll use this one. So now let's start with let's do kind of an angry. Let's do an angry like this. Let's do some scowling eyebrows.
Okay,
kind of
for it.
Come down. If you think about an emoji, this is how I wake up every morning. Pre-coffee.
Yep.
It's that pre-coffee look.
Me too, man. I'm usually scowling. Okay, so angry eyebrows. This is like 2016 eyebrows for when we were doing all of those, like, you know what I'm talking about? When all the girlies were doing like the really thick eyebrows in 2016.
Yeah, we're drawing them on.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I went a little bit deep here, Eric. You tell me, do I need to go a little deeper?
No, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Okay.
Now remove some material below this. So you want to have this look here. So you want to keep the top sharp, and then the bottom you want to taper that back to flush. Like that. So you want it to stay deep.
Which tool would I use?
You can use the same one and do the gouge method, which is this. You dig in here and pull that out like that.
Okay.
Or you can drag across like this, and it's called raking. So you can rake the pumpkin.
Okay.
Same thing. Do the
So
same
go
thing on
in
the other side.
and
Either method's fine. You can gouge it out or rake it out.
do you ever cut yourself?
All the time. If you watch me on television, my fingers are always covered in Band-Aids.
Yeah, I would assume that it happens more often than not, right?
Yeah, well, Cutco generously gives me nice knives for my
I love Cutco knives.
They're fantastic. I use them right here. They're great. They give me knives for everything that I do, and
those are the best ones.
They even have my name on them. How
No
fancy
way.
is that? Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, you're so cool. That is awesome, Eric.
Cutco's the one that's cool. I just they're great.
Okay, so here I'm raking a little bit. Okay, I think.
Oh, you got it. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, they're a little wide set, but that's very Steuben County. So kidding. Love the people. I'm kidding. So now we're gonna do the same thing with the eyes. But let's make these ones a little more. Let's try this. You're gonna want to use this tool, the sharp end of that tool,
Okay.
the pointed end. Let's do kind of a more sinister. So rather than a big circle, we'll just kind of do.
So
like that.
drag and sweep again.
Yeah, but we want to make that eye a little thinner, a little more evil looking. We're going a little tougher on this one. So you want a look kind of like that.
Okay, so a little. Okay, so like here.
Yeah, just like that, exactly. And then we got to smooth that out so those eyeballs look kind of rounded.
And how are you smoothing?
So right on this edge right here where it's really sharp,
Yeah.
you want to taper that down so this looks rounded off rather than like a hockey puck, right?
Okay, so just drag all that stuff out.
Yeah, see right on this edge here?
Yeah.
Just gently drag across that and pull that out so it looks a little more rounded off. And then we'll put a couple of wrinkles under the eyes with that pointed one
Oh
again.
my God, tell me about it. This is like me on a good day. Wrinkles under
See the
my
wrinkles?
eyes. Oh yeah, the bags.
Yeah, just
My
like
friend
that.
James, he's so funny. He once came to visit me and he goes, Ed, what's going on with you? I'm like, what do you mean, James? And he goes, Ed, you've got enough baggage under your eyes to go to Tel Aviv. And I'm like, oh my God, James.
At least he's honest with you.
I
right?
know. Jason says, Ed, do the angry face when you haven't had a nap in hours. No kidding. Do you ever wake up, Eric, and you're like, okay, I've got 10 hours until I'm back to bed? Does that ever happen to you?
Usually I've got 16 hours till I get to go back to bed.
Oh,
but,
my God.
But yeah, I have to think about what I can get done that day. It's insane.
I know. You're very, very busy. Okay, wait. So show me again how to do the bags under the eyes.
So you basically take that small pointed tool again, that end, and you dig it in right here, and you just drag a parallel line under that eye. You can do a couple if you want, depending on how your morning's going.
Okay.
Make a couple of those bags like that, a little more sinister. And then you can always, this adds to it as well. Take the point end and make a couple of scowl lines coming up the center of the forehead too. Now that's even angrier.
Ooh.
See?
You know what Katie always says? This is so funny. Katie's like, Katie and I always talk about like personal stuff, and I always spill it out on second cup, which is fine. We always talk about getting Botox, and Katie's favorite area to like focus on is up here. I'm like, I need these, like, I need some Botox in here.
You want those smile lines to show, though.
Exactly. Okay, so now you're saying,
so right down here, come down here, like this. Give it, and then if you curl these brows around, now all of a sudden, that looks a little more natural, looks a little more angry.
Ooh.
And bring this up like that. See, kind of like that.
Okay. So just in here, and then just, you say, bring it up.
Yeah,
in here.
just a straight line up.
Ooh,
yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself.
Okay.
They're not very sharp, the tools. They're actually nice for this.
This is so fun.
I let the kids use these tools. So
okay. Well, then I'm fine. If that's the case, I'm fine. Biggest kid in the world.
That's right. Well, I tell everybody I'm the world's biggest 9-year-old. Look at what I do for a living.
I mean, can I ask a serious question?
Sure, of course.
Maybe this is this over asking. Is this a lucrative career?
Very, very much so.
Tell me all about it.
So I'll carve 200 pumpkins this time of year.
Wow.
And I do several gigs. It's very lucrative.
This
I'm
is so
also
cool.
a caricature artist, but I'm the guy that does all the big snow sculptures of the bills and all those too. So it's become lucrative. If you can market yourself well, it's very lucrative.
Have you met the Bills?
Lots of them. Yes, actually.
Who's your favorite?
My favorite, I love Deion Dawkins.
Me too.
Yeah, I love him. I have his jersey. His mom gave me a pair of his gloves. I was doing a big sculpture at the Mafia House, and my hands were cold, and she came up and gave me a pair of Deion's gloves. So I keep those with me. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Such an artist, Ed, is what Therese says. Thank you so much, T. Appreciate you. Band-Aids available, Julie says.
You're getting all these compliments, and nobody's saying anything about mine.
Can anyone give Eric a compliment here? Okay.
You're doing great.
I am just screwing this thing up.
No, it's okay. It's all right. I have to have one that looks better than yours. This is good. So on this mouth, we're gonna go a little more sinister on this mouth. So let's take.
This is like a workout. I'm sweating.
It is. It's a real. I'm gonna take this one back. So let's just do a scowl. Let's do a rainbow here. Let's do a scowl, a grumpy scowl like that, and then we'll make a couple of teeth sticking out of that top lip as well.
All right, Eric, we got about 2 minutes left here.
2 minutes. Oh, we can do this.
Okay.
We can do this. So after we do that scowl, let's take a little material out of each side, and then we're going to do some buck teeth down. We're going to have some teeth coming down the center, maybe sticking out like this. If you break a tool, don't worry. I'll bill you.
My hand, I'm worried about breaking, Eric.
See, so if you dig out a little bit below on that bottom lip, see now we've got this whole buck tooth look here, which is really more me as a kid. See, like this. Now we got
that is, oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, and then we'll dig in here a little bit each side. Just, a little bit of a beaver smile there. Oh, we forgot to do the eyeballs, but let's, as long as we're ruining the studio, let's make them cross-eyed a little bit. If I had teeth, something like that. See? Can
you show the camera here? I mean, this is, you literally in 25 minutes made 2 different pumpkins. This is fascinating. More information, where do we go to kind of follow you?
All of my socials are Eric Jones Studios, Instagram and Facebook. And ericjonesstudios.com is my website. You can contact me there and order tools. I can send them to you. It's a little late in the season, but we'll try to get them to you.
We need to turn the air on.
It's brutal. This is a workout.
I know.
Yeah, you should have seen me making this one.
Dude, you are so cool, so talented. Really appreciate all you do and putting Western New York in the spotlight in a positive way. This is so cool.
It's a blast.
And again, we'll put more information for you on in the comments here. ericjonesstudios.com. John linking you to Eric's website. Appreciate you. Thanks
for having me. I appreciate it.
And hey, you want to say it with me? Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Have a great weekend.